I come from a land of love. Be the slow and mention her.
Hello there. So, if you didn't know already, recently this channel got roasted by this dude who goes by the name Stormcookie. Play the intro. Before we start, I would suggest everybody go and take a look at Mr. Stormcookie's video, which is titled Your Hopes and Dreams Don't Matter. Here's why, and I will put a link in the description. And yes, I actually do watch his stuff, and yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel, but have to do this anyway. Perhaps we can even change Mr. Stormcookie's mind.
I choose crippling depression.
I want to kill myself. Yeah, me too. Damn!
And cure him of his deep-seated pessimism, and turn him into an optimistic person.
Please! I want to live again!
So, once again, Mr. Stormcookie has come forward, and he's got his so-called statistics this time to back him up, and some weird video.
Let's say you're standing on top of a cliff. You're making the decision on whether or not to jump. According to the many worlds theory, the very moment that your decision is made, the universe splits into two. One copy being the timeline in which you jump off the cliff, the other being the one where you walk away. Of course, the you that jumped off the cliff doesn't know that the universe split into two, and in your reality, life just continues on as normal.
I believe you believe that. And he insists that, statistically speaking, your hopes and dreams will most likely never come true. I'm here to once again prove him wrong. So sit back and relax. Hard work won't guarantee success because statistics.
The point I'm trying to make here is that working hard may certainly help, but statistically, even if you want something and it's all you want, the chances are you'll probably never get it.
Your chances are. First of all, this isn't the lottery. This is you versus other human beings. Whatever it is that you do, if you're an athlete, an entertainer, or you're in business, you're competing for something. It could be market share, it could be a position, a role in a film, it could be for the fastest time around a track. What separates the person at the top from the people beneath them is the fact that they win, that they continue winning. Now, I don't know what everybody out there's hopes and dreams are, so I can't guarantee that hard work will guarantee your success. But for all I know, maybe your dream is to become the ruler of the world. I don't know. What I can tell you is strategy and skill will guarantee your success, which is built up from hard work. However, there are exceptions. Analogy. Take poker for example. A game which involves odds. Now, if nobody had any more skill than anyone else, then your chances of making a living from it would be non-existent. You don't see professional slot jockeys, do you? That's because the machine is based solely on odds. It doesn't favor anyone. You can be lucky one day, but if you play every day, the machine is guaranteed to win in the end. Because of statistics. In the game of poker, though, there are professionals who play with their own money on a regular basis. This is because they're against other people that have imperfections, that can react predictably and repetitively, out of tune with the stats. So in the end, you don't lose to the odds, you lose to people. If you can solve the problem of how to win, odds don't matter anymore. And that can be through hard work, strategy, experience, willpower, or all of the above. Conclusion. You don't become rich or successful because you want to be. You become rich or successful because you're good at something. It could be basketball, real estate, business, even YouTube. Being good at something equals success. You don't need a PhD to know that. Your hopes and dreams are not based on statistics, but on your ability to compete in the world against other people. Therefore, you're responsible for your own success and have no excuses. I'm sorry.
Just do it!
You're empathetic towards others in order to be accepted by the herd, thus increasing your chances to procreate and survive.
Well, the reason for empathy is that humans are a social species and we're strongest as a group. So we pretty much have a built-in system which, even without your own consent, forces you to be empathetic towards others. Humans are a social species, so you need people to like you in order to survive.
So you need people to like you in order to survive, huh? Let's take a look at reality, shall we?
If you want to be a champion, you cannot have any kind of an outside negative force coming in and affect you. Okay, let's say before a contest, if I get emotionally involved with a girl, that can have a negative effect on my mind and therefore destroy my workout. So therefore I have to cut my emotions off and be kind of cold in a way.
But what I really want to do is I want to reach in, rip out their heart, and eat it before they die.
John D. Rockefeller was the wealthiest and most powerful man in America. He was also the most hated. With competition unable to compete, Rockefeller continued buying up rival refiners. When some refused to be bought out, Rockefeller turned to more ruthless tactics. He would buy up hundreds of oil tank cars, which the refiners needed in order to conduct their business. This would cause tank car shortages, and rivals had no choice but to sell out to Standard Oil.
And it was in a way a sad story when my father died, because my mother called me on the phone and she said, you know, your dad died. And this was exactly 2 months before a contest. She says, do you come home to the funeral? I said, no, it's too late, you know, he's dead, there's nothing to be done. And I'm sorry, you know, I can't come, you know.
Well, we won't be needing that, will we?
Just sign here. Careful, hot pen.
Some people care about winning more than other people's feelings. And those people don't have any trouble procreating and surviving. In fact, they actually excel. I am only showing you biased sources.
And so all you ever get to hear are the success stories which make the information you're being given about anyone being able to make it extremely biased, if not flat out incorrect.
Now he's got a point here. I am only showing you the success stories. But actually, if I was to show you some losers, it wouldn't disprove anything. In fact, it would help prove a point. Because you can see, what did this person do wrong? And you can learn a lesson from it.
Where are you, Captain Hindsight?
Now, unfortunately, I don't have time to be Captain Hindsight right now, because this video is already too long. So let's get right to the last point, the big kibosh.
Let's take a look at Going Nowhere Last himself, also known as James. If you take a look at his YouTube channel, you'll find a video where he talks about him owning his own business. And what does this mean? This means that James, if he doesn't mind me calling him that, James himself is a success story. And I'm not saying that, oh, he's made it or he's the next Bill Gates. So I'm not saying James has completely made it and gone clear. But from the looks of it, he's a success story in progress. And what that means is that all the positive information you're getting from James is heavily filtered through the lenses of an optimistic success. And what that means is that whatever James tells you from this point on is a lie.
So, moi is not a millionaire or anybody special. Therefore, how should I know?
The common man's ability to understand any economic theory beyond take-home pay is extremely limited.
Now, this isn't the first time that I've come across a pessimist. They're everywhere. I've even seen worse. I've met people who just flat out say, nah, never gonna happen to me. Every time one of the common folk decides, I think I can, someone has to say, well, don't get your hopes up, cause your wee little feelings may get hurt if you don't get it your way. He's right. I have not made it. I still need to work every day. I even have a second job. But even if I was rich, you know what I would do? I would continue building my small business, and I would continue making these videos. I'm doing what I want to do, regardless of the circumstances. All I'm trying to say to people is if you're doing what you want to be doing, then who cares how successful you are? If you're worried about losing, good. That means you're not stupid. Stupid people go all in and ruin their lives. Protect the downside, and the upside will take care of itself. Donald J. Trump. Yeah, I just quoted Trump. So what? As long as you're trying, as an individual who's capable of independent thought, you can make it in any free enterprise system. It doesn't matter who you are, you have a chance. But you gotta have some fight in you. That's capitalism. Anybody can say that, and it would still be true. However, my lack of qualifications seem to make me a liar, so I'll have to get somebody qualified to say it for me.
I believe we can keep the promise of our founding. The idea that if you're willing to work hard, it doesn't matter who you are, or where you come from, or what you look like, or where you love. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, or Hispanic, or Asian, or Native American, or young or old, or rich or poor, able, disabled, gay or straight. You can make it here in America.
Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how